Um, how African use discrimination law on us as mean like for American and Chinese. I count that too as an upper races because Chinese has a Chinese culture and like because of almost all the Chinese are communist idea, so they were behave like the upper class. And American don't behave like the upper class. But in America, there are a lot of different races in America, and like they are facing discrimination problem too. So it look like yeah, American behave like the Chinese. Technically, Chinese behave like the communist communist people communism. So because of the Chinese idea, American like copy the Chinese idea at work, and then like discrimination problem occur. So the discrimination problem is mainly for the Chinese because of their communist idea, communism. But American also like practicing for communism at American grocery store too. African are using you are not supposed to look down on me. How we mistreated them. We see them, they are lower than us. For us, they are slave. That's we look down on them and we approach them and treated them like a slave, such as pouring water onto their body, throw eggs to their body. In that case, they can say that you are not supposed to look down on me. If we mistreated them, they can say that sentences to get back to the normal status, which is not mistreated level. You are not supposed to look down on me. In a normal situation, we look down on them and they talk to us face to face. You are not supposed to look down on me. We still did not want to talk to them at work. Finally, they used the discrimination law and complained that we discriminated to them. Lower races, especially Indian and African, they use that even we are upper classes, they came to work and they need to behave like the lower races and lower classes. They use that because of our paycheck, we should not treat them like the upper races and lower races as the upper class and lower class. Where is because of paycheck? Where is because if upper races behave like the rich, they need to act like the poor for upper races. I will not allow them to use a human right either because of the paycheck or because of the understanding to the lower races or mistreat the lower races because of our upper class manner. So like if we mistreated them, they can say like you are not supposed to look down on me. If we mistreated them, like throwing an egg or pouring water onto their body or like yelling at them like oh you are so low you are very low life and then you I look down on you. As long as we don't talk to them directly like this way, we we all know that like about racist American and Chinese we have discriminated minded. So we look down on them. But without even with we didn't say it out loud, our behavior, our the way we behave, they can even tell that we look down on them. This is our human right. We can do that one. But in United States, sorry, I shouldn't do like that. In United States, we can't even behave like we are upper class or we are upper races because we have discrimination law. I mean, like, I'm not saying like, I'm not afraid of law. The law is not correct. So even the we know the law is not correct, we need to be afraid of that one. But this is our human right. As long as we didn't mistreat them, we can have discrimination minded. The way they are complaining right now is we all need to have non-discriminated minded. We all are the same level. We all are the same races. See the differences? What did I say? Everyone can have discriminated minded, but they are not allowed to do discrimination to the lower races. We can have discriminated minded. We can show them that we look down on them. But for job promotion at work, we got the chances, lower risk got chances too. For equally treated, if the store have on-sale item, we got the on-sale product, they got the on-sale product. So the store were equally treated to give all on sale product to every customer. See the differences? But for rich people, they have discriminated minded. They have discriminated minded and they mistreated them. So you can call them, you discriminated on me. And you can complain to your manager for discrimination. But upper races, upper class, they have discriminated minded. They just didn't talk to them, lower races, at work. But we have, in the store, we have friendly policy and courtesy policy. Team player or teamwork. All those four. Lower races cannot use all those four. Do you know why? Because of our paycheck. I mentioned that because of our paycheck, are they going to limit the friendly policy, courtesy policy, team player, teamwork? You need to give me. You already know that for store policy. Why didn't you give me the friendship? This is how Africa asks from me directly for friendship. The way you behave, like the upper class at work. How cannot you keep that for store policy? You need to give it to me. I already explained to you. You need to give it to me. How will you see them? They already mentioned 4 store policy, friendly policy, courtesy policy, team player, teamwork. Four factor for store policy. Your performance is 0 right now. Because of that the 4 factor you didn't pass. They write the comment that you discriminated to the lower races. How do you want to work with the lower races? Did you know that they expect a friendship because of the work? They treat upper races like a bedding. If they didn't get a friendship because of the 4 friendly policy, courtesy, teamwork, team player, they use this 4 factor and they want to talk to you. They want you to talk to them friendly. If you didn't talk to them friendly and you just walk by yourself, you discriminated to them. This is the way they are using the discrimination law. They complain, they win. We got fired. How did they complain? They complain, we are rude. They complain, we discriminated to them. We are rude because we are minimum pay. Minimum pay is automatically, we all know that poor people are rude. The way they talk. When I talk right now, the voices, the tone, the writing, African, lower races, they use the rude complaint because minimum pay, poor. American middle class and upper class will see me as a poor because I'm poor. So they can use rude. Poor people are rude the way they talk. Right app. This is my right app. See that way? See how they use the discrimination law and store policy. Even they use 4 policy. Store policy, friendly policy, courtesy policy, teamwork, team player. I only use one way. I just only explain them. I'm stalker. On the floor. Baby session. At Champagne Maya, only 4 eye. The stalker is only 1 stalker. The whole fashion, only 4 employees at the day shift from 8 to 5. Woman department 1 employee, man department 1 employee, baby session me, and also shoe department and another lady. I can even say out loud the name. Woman department Kiara, man department Tonisha, and baby department Kelly Wan, WANG, my last name. but American call me like Kelly Wayne. They are pronouncing the same like African name. My last name is W-A-N-G, Wen. And shoe department is a Debbie. Only for the whole fashion area. They are using teamwork and they want to talk side by side and talk all the time, working together friendly. How my manager let that happen? She already know that like this is like taking advantages on the apparatus and she wrote me down that like, I'm rude and I discriminate to the African. So even like the way African use their store policy, friendly teamwork, I can even use that two policy and I can even get an American guy. Do you see the direction? And they use the complaint that rude. I rude to them. How do you see? My manager, I have two managers. One is American guy, another one is American lady. They want the American boss to look down on me. I'm minimum pay. Minimum pay are all rude. Do you accept that one? Do you want to be polite? Because you are minimum pay. People will look down on you. You know that it is not right, right? Everyone want to get the impression and then everyone want to be like, oh, I'm also have the standard. Because of that one, I got a rude complaint. Why? They want to break down my impression. If my American manager look down on me, I'm poor. Will it affect on my job? Minimum pay are very poor, right? So what is the intention? To get the American boss as my date? How do you see that one? How do you see that complaint? This is how it is like it happened at the American store. This is how African use rude comment to your manager, especially if you got an American male manager. Is that only me? I'm thinking about like, oh, the manager I will be have potential to go out for a date. So because of that one, I got a rude complaint. Oh, I will accept that. Oh, all the minimum pay are poor. How about that one? Did they still want to fight with me for that one? Poor? Rude? Do I need an impression? Like, because I want to enter the American environment or community? So I need to pretend like I'm rich? So rich people will be polite and poor minimum pay will be poor and very rude? Don't use that way. It's very, I don't want to bitch. It's very low life. Are you competing the performance or are you competing to get into the American community or are you committing me with to get an American guy? So I already explained like for discrimination. For upper races, they will behave like the upper classes. Right now, upper classes, right? But when you behave like the upper classes, you will get a complaint at work. You discriminate to the lower races. So at work, everyone need to be very polite. Hi, how are you? Do you find what do you want today? What do you eat for breakfast? Are we supposed to be like this with everyone? Is that American culture? No, the way they talk, very politely and very softly from bottom of your heart, very womanized. This is American. I'm not even look like the American. I'm still like Chinese, old school style. But I don't behave like kind of like, how are you? You look beautiful today. What do you wear today? Is that American way or Chinese way? Do they think like it is Chinese way? Because I'm Chinese? I'm Chinese, I'm not from China. I was born in Myanmar. I'm very free shy. Like I need to say like I'm from Myanmar. Because no one want to live in Myanmar. Chinese people, Do you want like America to live at the African? How will they feel? If the white American born at the African, how will they feel? That American born at the African, come back to the American. How will they feel in the American community? Okay, so do you see the differences? Discrimination, mine and upper classes will behave like the upper classes, but they got a complaint for we upper races discriminated to the lower races. See the differences right now? Then I'm going to talk about the other stuff. I can tell in the public that lower races human rights do not work on as upper races, American and Chinese that way. You are not supposed to look down on me because me of your human right is not getting our fair share, not we torture you. You will use the normal condition that normal people talk to each other. Rude complaints that Africans used to use. I already explained everything, right? Okay, I will explain about the classes. For low class of the upper races, example, we all know the upper races will act like the upper classes at work when they talk to the lower races. But lower races see that upper races are not upper classes. Those upper races are minimum pay employee with the low class. Lower races use that low class as a weapon and show public that those upper races discriminated to them. For middle class of the upper races, example, we all know that upper races will act like the upper classes at work when they need to talk to the lower races. But lower races see that those upper races are not upper classes. Those upper races are minimum pay employee with the middle class. Minimum pay employee, but they are middle class. Lower races use that middle class as a weapon and show public that those upper races discriminated to them. When the manager check, middle class has a middle class feature. They are proud and they did it proud. And they did not want to talk to the lower races politely, such as, hi, how are you? Like friendly or thank you, I appreciate that, like the courtesy way. So when manager checked that, they saw middle class rude to them. So African and lower races can complain to the manager and CEO. I got a rude complaint at Champagne Maya with the way. I'm Chinese upper class, but Chinese upper class is the same like for American middle class because they did not behave like proud, the same like American upper class or American Ivy League. It is not because there are many is lesser than the American upper classes, but Chinese behavior are less than American upper class. For upper class of the upper races, example, we all know that upper races will act like the upper classes at work when they need to talk to the lower races. But lower races will see that those upper races are upper classes, but discrimination law and equally treated and upper races are not supposed to behave like the upper races at work or upper classes at work. Those upper races are minimum pay employee with the upper class. Lower races use that behaving upper class feature at work as a weapon and show public that those upper races discriminated to them. They use that even you are upper class, they came to work and they needed to behave like the lower class and lower races. In that cases, upper races need to behave like the lower races that African wanted. In low class environment, upper classes cannot behave like the upper class. We all know that lower class act like the jack, and we did not bitch how they act and behave. But they use the discrimination law and show that we act like the grandiose and proud, and we discriminated to them. In addition, they show public that we did not talk to them. We talk to them like a friend. They cannot accept we talk with them as a professional level. They use friendly, teamwork, and team player. I will show how they wanted to talk to us like a friend or friendly. Friendly. They started using the upper races no matter they are upper class, middle class, or lower class. They can use that way. Hi, how are you, like friendly, or thank you, I appreciate that, like courtesy way. Upper races did not want to do friendly and courtesy with them, so they just talk necessary things with them only. How do you see African train apparatus? Did you see the prostitute way to train as apparatus? If apparatus did not pass the basic one, they can use so many ways to prove that you discriminated to them. So I need to show you how they want to get a friendship by using lie wars to get a friendship from us, by using the manager power. Finally, they need to use they need to use discrimination law and equally treated. It's called friendly. Like a friend, they will come to the store and ask for the product or even ask for the customer service. No matter they want help or services, they want friendly and politeness from us. They want the apparatus started greeting to them when they walk through the store. And they walk through the employee no matter the employee is a stalker, receiving employee, or janitor. When they saw the employee is either upper class or middle class, they want to approach the employee. We all know that they did not need the customer services. They want to test the discrimination might present or not. I told everyone that everyone can have the discrimination mind, but we have discrimination law and Africa want to use that discrimination law and want that employee to get fired. I believe that they want to get our position and job. Now, all lower races, especially Indian and African, want to get fresh and they are using discrimination law and equally treated. We all know that Indian and African are 75 to 90% in the American store, especially at the Walmart. All the employees are almost all 75 to 90% are African. Even 10% to 15% are American manager. So it's really happened at the American store. Majority are Indian and African employees. Not like they went, hi, how are you, like friendly, or thank you, I appreciate that, like courtesy way. They were upper racist employee will help lower racist customer by treating like the same level. They use the equally treated on us. I told several times, equally treated did not work on us that way. We will give equally treated by giving away the product on sale item to all the customer, no matter they are American or Indian or African. We all know that we upper races do not want to give free or on sale item to Mexican, Indian, and African. Even Chinese. I'm Chinese. Even to Chinese and Korean. Americans saw that the store is donating free or on sale product to the lower races. And all those lower races got the item as a free or cheap. And they behave like they're rich and they wanted to seduce our upper races. Upper races of husband, wife, father, mother, grandmother, grandfather, uncle, aunt, sibling, cousin, etc. We cannot even have the good minded to giving away the free or on sale product. Lower races are expecting us to give them friendship. Only one word, daydreaming. But discrimination law and equally treated is it. How can we do not to giving away our friendship? We all know that the American millionaire, grocery store owner, even Representative Peter Meyer, Michigan representative, his father owned the Meyer. He's doing it on sale $1 item, and the 10 for 11 item is free. Those are all donating free stuff, almost free. For sausage, 10 to 12 sausage for breakfast for one box for only $1. How do you see that one? It is really cheap, right? For on sale, for one stick is like kind of like only short for breakfast stick. That kind of the length is the length, the thickness is the thickness. For 10 to 12 stick in one boxes, breakfast boxes, for $1 only. And also like for chicken patty, almost like 12 or 8 patty for breakfast side. Even for breakfast, you think it is just a breakfast item. In one boxes for 12, it's almost free. If you go to the For if you go to the restaurant for pancake or breakfast, can you get that kind of toy sausage for $1? Or you go to the restaurant, not for the grocery frozen eye. For grocery frozen eye, it's like a lot cheaper. How do you want to compare? For breakfast at the restaurant, it's like at least $6. Grocery frozen eye is only $1. No, it should be even at the grocery aisle, it should be at least $2 to $3. So how about for McDonald's, Burger King, and also Subway? It should be one burger should be at least $7 or $8. $3, three times is $9, right? $8 to $9 at the McDonald's. But right now McDonald's only $6. If McDonald's is $6, grocery store should be $2. Three times. 2 times 3, 6. Right? 6 should be at the McDonald's. So it should be McDonald's at $6. So how about American restaurant? 6 times 2 is $12. At American restaurant, $12 is a lot cheaper. It should be like $18. Am I right? 2 times 3 is $6. 6 times 3 should be $18. Am I right? But right now, McDonald's is only $6 for breakfast or Big Mac, or maybe like for Subway 6 inches. See the differences? So I even didn't include for grocery deli. Grocery frozen is $1, $2. It's really cheap. Look like cheap. So how about grocery deli for breakfast? Can you get it for $3 or $4? If you get it $3 or $4, how about McDonald's? Why didn't you go to the McDonald's and go to the grocery deli for breakfast? A lot cheaper at the grocery store area. So why do you need to go to the McDonald's or pancake for breakfast? Why don't you go to the grocery frozen or deli aisle for cheaper? That's for minimum pay people. That's for middle class. That's for upper class. We have all classes in here. It depends on your paycheck, right? Some of the people, even if they are rich, they are still going to the grocery store and buying the cheap item. Am I right? So it depends on like how you want to save your money. Some people want to spend, even like minimum pay, they want to spend more, like the middle class or upper class. Even some of the upper classes, they want to behave like the middle class. They want to save their money for their future. Or maybe like the way, this is how they are. They don't want to spend their money. They just want they just want to buy the cheap item. No matter what, I see like kind of like Representative Peter Maya, Farah Hank Maya. He's not intentionally donating, but he's doing like for business to get a profit. For one box for $1 and then 10 boxes, you will get 11 items for free. But from my point of view, how do you get that kind of product really cheap? How did the company produce all those products like the cheap? Is the government supplying all the stuff for free to the poor people? You don't even need to go to the IDHR or IDEC, Illinois Department of Employment Security, IDES, IDHR. IDHR means Illinois Department of Human Rights. And another like for food stamp area. You don't even need to go to the government area to ask for the money because you are poor. You can even go to the grocery store like Maya. The whole breakfast box for $1 only. And even they were giving away for 11 items for free. So how did Maya get a profit when he ordered from the company? So how that company produce all those breakfast for really cheap? Is that government money supply? So how about CVS and Walgreens? They are giving away like free after extra care bucks, or free after the reward, or after using your coupon it is free, almost free, or even like I double stack, not double stack, like I'm using like for manufacturer coupon and also the store discount and the store coupon. So if I combine to use those two coupon, for example, for hair, for shampoo and conditioner, L'Oreal one, or maybe I will use like even like for shampoo, 2 for 4, 2 for 4. So it should be one is for $2. I have $1 coupon, and then the store discount is 2 for 4. I don't even need to use for coupon, 2 for 4. I have $1 discount, and also like for CVS also giving away for another $1 coupon off. So technically, if I use that one, $1 coupon, $1 coupon, manufacturer coupon, store coupon, and then store on sale, I need to pay only $2 for only $2. Am I right? Sometimes I can even get it for free if I have like $2 off coupon too. Right now, this week, Mana have like even like for free after rebate. Like they have like 11% rebate and like 11% rebate, and also free after rebate. So when they combine, you even get the product for free, and then you will gain the profit for $1. It's in the ad from Menard. I got that kind of deal like a lot from Maya, not Maya, CVS, Walgreens, Menard, and what else? A lot, because I'm poor. Even like some of the people cannot say out loud that like you are poor, right? Because like you want to get into the American environment. Chinese people are feel shy, right? Chinese people, almost all of the Chinese people feel shy if they are very poor. But they feel shy, but it doesn't mean like they cannot accept their poor life. So African thought like kind of like Chinese people feel shy, not to say out loud that like they are poor. But everyone see that one. Even you didn't say out loud, everyone can see that you are poor. Am I right? But African think that like we want to cheat on the American. No, everyone see that when we are poor. But because of the way they think, they use a rude complaint, because everyone know that like minimum pay are very rude. Okay, so but when they ask the friendship and they use gently way, they try to train our manner, faces, and voices, because of African. They are using like they are using rude comment, and then try to like get a job and position, or like try to beat you down, like your manager will look down on you. They need to differentiate this too. From my point of view, I will behave like the manager. You are poor. I know that when you are poor, because of you are poor, I hire you as an employee. Am I too rude? Because I hire employee for work, not for hiring rich people, and then, oh, you are very rich. Oh, you got my impression. No, I hire employee because I want that employee work for me. I treat them as an employee, not as a friend. But we have friendly, yes, friendly. But you need to differentiate this too. Friendly as a friend, or I hire you as an employee, not as a friend. See the differences? They try to train our manner, faces, and voices. Manner. They want polite and friendly manner from us. They train us by using hi, how are you, like friendly, or thank you. I appreciate that, like courtesy way. Faces. They want the same level faces when we talk to them. I show you how American Ivy League normal faces. They want American Ivy League relaxed faces combined with the same level giving away to the lower risk faces. The same, they want Chinese Ivy League the same as the American middle class to give them the same level. They were Chinese Ivy League, American middle class, relaxed face, combined with the same level giving away to the lower race faces. They were American low class, giving away their friendship and friend with the benefit level to them. See that one? The way I'm talking right now is Chinese Ivy League. When I talk that one, they will see that like kind of like I'm really rude to them and then I'm really intense with them. They wear what kind of faces? Hi, how are you? What did you eat today? That kind of giving away friendship or friend with benefit. For Chinese upper class, that way is nursing home way. Do you see nursing home way? At the nursing home, from bottom of your heart, you need to treat all people very understanding way. Because you are taking the money. You cannot behave like that way, normal way. You need to behave like, how are you? It is called American slave life. Customer service way. Voices. Lower races, especially Indian and African, were very sweet and customer service voices from all employees. Even they were little help to look for the product, they were nursing home. Very understanding voices from us. At first, I thought that I took nursing aid assistant certificate and nursing program. So Champaign-Urbana, Illinois area citizen went the nursing home voices from me. Now I realize that they were friendship and they cover up and they train our voices like that way. They were sweet voices and they know that if we use the sweet voices, they took that we give them the same level of friend level. I announced that our sweet voices, they need to see as that our customer service voices, not friendly or friendship voices for them. Did they take a friendly voices as a friend? Do not cry when we will charge them for harassment. We can show them that we look down on them as a personal preference, but we give them sweet voices as a customer services. They need to see those parts separately. If they did not see those two parts separately, do not cry when we give them harassment. We know that our sweet voices give them the same level. We declare that two differences from here. One, we will show them that if they did not use sweet voices with us, they are normal high-pitched voices, show us that they are low standard. Do you see my point? Myanmar, Thailand, Indian, African, they have high pitch. So like if they don't use customer service voices, hi, did you find everything okay? That kind of low voices. Hi, how are you? This is their normal voices. When they are greet with us, hi, how are you? If you are American and Chinese, how will you hear their voices? Lower races, right? Lower races, lower class. This is how their voices. No offense. I'm solving the problem. Because of the one they are using low tone, low pitch. Hi, how are you? Okay, the same, we have that kind of voices. The way I'm talking right now is my normal voices. My normal voices, they see it, right? I'm rude. Why? They want that kind of voices. Hi, do you find everything okay? Because like, if I talk like, lower down my voices and talk to them, it's very understanding, nursing home way. They got the same level. For me, this is customer service voices or nursing home way voices. My normal voices, when I talk to the normal voices, because we are rich, we are upper races, they feel inferiority. See the differences? Because of that, they are inferiority. They complain that our voices discriminated to them. When I'm really mad, I'm talking to you right now. You need to do it right away. That's my angry voices. Right now, I'm talking professionally, very precisely, sharply, without giving understanding. We need to solve the problem. See the differences? You need to give it to me. That's my angry voice. Even we can't even talk with our normal voices. We need to talk with the lower voices, nursing home way voices. Our our nursing home voices, they thought like kind of like they are we normal right, our normal voice, and then we give them the same level. I really hope they should stop for asking all those chances from our upper races. If they want to keep sweet voices, they can keep that one. They did not need to care that they are high-pitched voices. We will look down on them. True, if they want to use soft and very understanding voices with us, we automatically know that they were our impression. We will allow them to give us impression. We don't bitch, but we can't talk the way they want it. Hi, how are you? They will say like, it is more soft, more sweet, and everyone will feel like getting like the same level. But it's too sweet and it is not American nice. American people talk with the voices all the time. How can they live their life? Chinese people talk this is normally. Hey, how are you? What kind of Chinese? Very womanized Chinese. Yes, they speak like this way. For American standard Chinese woman or Chinese rich woman, they speak like this way. See the differences? 3. If they did not have trying to get the impression minded, we can see them that their soft and understanding voices are their high class standard. The same like I talk like high standard Chinese Ivy League voices. They can count those high standard voices showing I'm high standard and I use the high standard voices for customer services. I give the highest standard customer services to customer. I'm not asking friendly or friendship from upper races. I did not expect impression from upper races when they heard my high-class voices. Because of my high-class voices, they can trust me to take my customer service as their customer service employee. They trust high-class employee will not lie and try to get the customer money. Did everyone clear what am I talking about right now? Flirt and Seduce. American and Chinese see the lower races as an employee and all are a whole for us. I did not want to change that our upper races point of view. Lower races did not like a whole from upper races, so they want to prove us that they are not a whole. We did not need that proof. They need to accept that a whole from us is because we see them as a lower races. But if they want to get the chances from us, upper races, they become prostitute for us. We cannot change that point of view too. Lower races need to accept that concept. We can give them harassment if they behave like a prostitute to us. We did not give them an understanding that they are poor and they want to shadow us at work because they admire us. The law gives to the lower races. Discrimination and equally treated. Discrimination and equally treated should not work that way. This is the only way they can approach us. We should not listen to their nice words and give them whatever they want. We did not buy their nice word, that kind of approach. We can call them prostitute way to approach us. If they use discrimination law, all we can do is lose our job. They want at the same level and they say we discriminated to them. Discrimination law is not for treating the same level. Equally treated is if I talk to the American, I talk to African. If I did not talk to American, I did not need to talk to the African too. It means equally treated. They cannot admit that seduce, because if lower races seduce us, we give them harassment. When we give them harassment, they feel insulted. They use discrimination law on us. I will solve the problem like we will show them that we look down on them. You can charge us for discrimination to lower races at work. If we did not show them, they will use the discrimination law and equally treated to talk to us and get a friendship. Some of them are trying to get a friendship, and some of them to get a dating or flirt chances. All three ways we cannot give them because we all know that we upper races behave like the upper classes rich, and we see lower races as a lower class poor. Rich will never ever make friends with poor. So either they use discrimination law and equally treated to get a friendship, to get date, or to get a flat chances from us. They are using their human right. Their human right did not work on us that way because they thought that they live in the US and they deserve to get a human right and freedom like US people. They are using US people do not do that way. And they force US people to talk to them the same level like a friend without accepting the reality that rich did not want poor as a friend. And in addition that immigrant population so we behave like those days are over. We will take the bad names and declare that we lost our human and we cannot give away our friendship cheaply like old days. No more argument, except that rich did not want poor as a friend. See the differences? For different races in the United States. But because of discrimination law, all different races we need to see like all are the same races. Is that possible? But the law give it to them. They are using law. We have discrimination law. Every people are the same. They need to see different races and different classes exist. Then you see what does it mean? Different races. Not all only one races in the United States. Even different races exist, and then like they are using like American culture, American behavior, American generosity. No, American people did not see like different races. They are very good-minded. They treat everyone the same. Different races become one races only. All are the same races. Don't use that one.